You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in a meeting, in a class, maybe just watching TV, somebody lets out a huge yawn, and bam, suddenly you've got this unstoppable urge to do the exact same thing. It happens to all of us. But have you ever stopped to wonder why? Well, today we're going to decode the fascinating secret behind one of our weirdest and most contagious habits.
Okay, but first, a little warning. Apparently, just talking about yawning or even thinking about it can make you yawn. So, here's a little challenge for you. See if you can get through this whole explainer without yawning once. We'll circle back at the end and see how you did.
So, let's get right to it. What is it about this one simple thing, a deep breath, a stretched jaw, that lets it jump from person to person like some kind of social ripple effect? That's the big question we're going to answer.
Now, before we get to the real answer, we've got to clear the air a little bit. We need to talk about what it's not about, because there are a couple of really popular ideas out there that you've probably heard a million times.
The two biggest theories are, 1, we yawn because we're tired or bored, and 2, our brain is crying out for more oxygen. And sure, you might yawn when you're sleepy, but science shows us that these aren't the main reasons a yawn is contagious. That whole oxygen theory? Yeah, that's been pretty much debunked. The real reason is actually way cooler, and it has everything to do with how we're wired to connect with each other.
So if it's not about being sleepy or needing a breath of fresh air, what in the world is going on? Well, the answer is this amazing concept called social mirroring. This is the secret little mechanism that's been hiding in plain sight, firing away in your brain every single day. So what is social mirroring? Basically, it's an unconscious instinct. It's automatic. Your brain sees someone do something and it just copies it. You don't even have to think about it. And I love this last part of the definition. It's a tiny echo of empathy. Just hold on to that word, empathy. It's the key to this whole thing.
To put it in really simple terms, think of it like this. Your brain sees a yawn, and this little process kicks off that's basically it asking itself, hey, wait a minute, they're doing a thing. Should we maybe do that thing too? It's this split second of subconscious social teamwork.
Okay, so social mirror, we've got the concept down, but how does that mirror actually work? Let's pop the hood and look at the actual science that drives this incredible automatic response.
Scientists have really narrowed it down to 3 main things that all work together to make a yawn so catchy. It's this awesome combination of special brain cells, our ability to feel empathy, and even a little throwback to our evolutionary past. Let's break them down.
First up, mirror neurons. These things are absolutely wild. They are special brain cells that fire up when you do something, and they fire up in the exact same way when you just watch somebody else do it. They're literally your brain's hardware for imitation, for putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
And that brings us right to the second driver, empathy. This isn't just a guess, by the way. It's backed by some really cool research. Studies have found a direct link. People who score higher on empathy tests are also way more likely to catch a yawn. So in a way, catching a yawn is a tiny unconscious sign of your ability to connect with other people.
And third, there's this really cool evolutionary theory. Think way back to early humans. They lived in these small, tight-knit groups where sticking together was everything. A yawn spreading through the group could have been a silent signal, a way of telling everyone, hey, it's time to rest, or okay, time to be alert now. It was a way to keep the whole group's internal clocks and their behavior perfectly in sync, which was a huge deal for survival.
So knowing this is all about social connection and empathy, it begs a pretty interesting question, right? Does it matter who you see yawning? Well, it turns out it matters a whole lot.
The answer here is just fascinating. Our chances of catching a yawn really depend on how close we are to the person yawning. For example, you are way more likely to catch a yawn from your best friend or your mom than you are from a total stranger on the bus. It shows it's not just about seeing the yawn, it's about the empathetic bond you share. And get this, it even works with some animals. Dogs and chimps can catch yawns, and they're most likely to catch them from individuals they have a strong social bond with.
So what's the bottom line here? When you put all the pieces together, you've got the mirror neurons, the connection to empathy, the evolutionary history. It all points to this one really beautiful, simple conclusion about what a contagious yawn actually is. It's not a sign you're bored. It's not a sign you need oxygen. It's a deeply wired, totally unconscious social signal. It's this tiny, fleeting moment where your brain confirms a connection to someone else, and without you even knowing it, it's saying, I see you, I'm with you, we're in this together.
And that brings us all the way back to our little challenge from the beginning. So, be honest. How'd you do? Did you yawn? If you did, don't feel bad about it.
Don't think it means you were bored. Just think of it as your brain reminding you that it is beautifully, wonderfully, and contagiously human.